Bitcoin surges to $17,000 after start of futures trading. The price of Bitcoin has soared by nearly a quarter to almost $17,000 in the past 24 hours after the Chicago-based exchange, Cboe, launched the first Bitcoin futures contracts on Sunday. It increased 8% in less than 10 minutes after trading began. Significant traffic around the futures launch triggered temporary delays and outages, with Bitcoin maintaining a steady rise since the initial jump. The world's #1 virtual currency was trading at over $16,900 at 8:26 Greenwich Mean Time. It was pretty easy to trade. "I think you'll see a robust market as time plays out," said Joe Van Hecke, managing partner at Chicago-based Grace Hall Trading LLC, as quoted by Bloomberg. The launch of Bitcoin futures trading on a regulated exchange is seen as a historic move due to the brand-new nature of the cryptocurrency. Bitcoin is not a physical asset, unlike gold or crude, and unlike fiat currencies it is not controlled or backed by central banks. Cboe, the first exchange in the United States to trade Bitcoin futures, is expected to be followed by another Chicago-based stock market CME as early as next week. The Nasdaq is planning to launch Bitcoin futures in 2018. The futures launch may lead to other products and services focused on cryptocurrencies, including a possible shift into exchange-traded funds, ETF, and notes, according to Edward Tilley, Cboe's chief executive officer, as quoted by industry news site CoinDesk. One of those potential next steps would be moving into ETFs and ETNs that would take Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, Tilley said. Bitcoin markets really like Cboe futures, prices spike sharply. Despite speculation that Bitcoin futures would make the famously volatile asset easier to short, the launch of Cboe futures trading this evening sparked a huge rally for the currency. Futures trading began at 5 p.m. Central Time on December 10 at a price of $15,000, matching the price of one Bitcoin on the Gemini exchange. As of press time, roughly 5 hours later, the price of Bitcoin has risen to $16,800 on Gemini. Futures expiring in January 2018 are trading at $18,500, a $3,500 rise. This rapid rise in the futures price has already triggered 2 circuit breakers and is threatening to trigger a third. Cboe has implemented so-called circuit breakers to give traders a chance to pause and reconsider in the event of large price movements. Any gain or loss of more than 10% triggers a 2-minute stop to trading, while a move of 20% or more will cause trading to pause for 5 minutes. As we reported earlier tonight, Cboe's launch of its Bitcoin futures product, which trades under the XBT ticker, caused such a sharp increase in demand that the exchange's website went down almost immediately. In the last 5 hours, about 2,000 contracts have traded hands. Each contract represents 1 Bitcoin, implying a trading volume of greater than $30 MLN in just a few hours. This is especially noteworthy considering Wall Street traders generally only work Monday through Friday. Odds are good that tomorrow will be a very big day, indeed. Dave Chapman, Bitcoin $100,000 and ETFs are probable. Dave Chapman, managing director at Octagon Strategy, was interviewed by CNBC's Squawk Box after the futures market had opened regarding Bitcoin. His comments included a 6-figure price point by the end of 2018, and more interesting use cases forthcoming. The digital asset trader made it clear that the recent run-up in values only indicates the potential for more in the future, with mainstream adoption just beginning to come online. Crossing over $100,000 would be a massive psychological barrier, but Chapman believes it's possible. He said, "In terms of looking forward, I would say that throughout the continuation into 2018, I wouldn't be surprised to see a six-figure headline. Don't miss the big picture. However, Chapman also indicated that the most interesting aspects of Bitcoin were not its price, but its many use cases as the market continues to mature. Because of the inclusivist nature of Bitcoin, the bigger picture about access to financial applications should predominate thinking. He said, "The price to me is probably the most uninteresting component of Bitcoin. I'm more excited about the applications, about what this means to people who don't have access to financial inclusion. And I think that if we focus on the price, we're losing track of the big picture." Finally, Chapman concluded the interview with a chuckle, saying that he would happily go on the record to bet that a Bitcoin ETF was in the near future, as the Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, has approved the futures markets. You are welcome to watch our other videos, leave a comment, click like or dislike, share it, subscribe. Thank you for watching this video.